Donell Jones serenaded our ears during the late 90s and early 2000s with hit songs like You Know What's Up. Born into a family of musicians, some would say that his success was written in the stars. However, his journey to stardom was far from simple, having been involved in Chicago's gang culture, being charged with assault, and struggling with substance abuse. As a result, we'll be exploring the highs and lows of Donell Jones's career. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to learn more about your favorite artists and celebrities. Donell Jones was born on May 22, 1973 in the south side of Chicago, into a family of musicians. His father was a gospel singer, and Donell started singing at the young age of 8. By the time he was 12 years old, he had written his first song, Love Can't Win, and received an electric guitar for Christmas 2 years later, which ignited his passion for creating music. Despite his parents' divorce, Donell and his siblings were raised by his mother with the support of his father. While they faced financial difficulties, their love for each other held the family together. Donell's passion for music persisted as he grew older, and taught himself how to play the keyboard after his mother purchased one for him. While in high school, Donell's interest in music shifted as he joined the school choir and sang to gain attention from the girls in the cafeteria. He admitted to Parlay magazine that he enjoyed the attention he received. It was during this time that he started dating Kashina Hunter, who would become the inspiration for one of his most famous songs, despite their tumultuous relationship. Donell later made the mistake of joining a Chicago gang, where he sold enough drugs to afford a few pairs of sneakers. However, his life took a turn for the worse when he got arrested for possession and the police falsely accused him of robbery. Seeing his brother behind bars for murder, Donell knew he couldn't continue down that path. Fortunately, the police realized their mistake and Donell was released. He left the gang life behind and started working at McDonald's at the age of 16. One day, while singing during a shift, his manager heard him and was impressed. He invited Donell to audition for a group he was putting together called Porsche. Donell's performance was outstanding, and he was offered a spot in the group. Come see God! The group performed at local events and gained some popularity, but they were unable to secure a record deal. In 1992, Donell became a father when Kashina gave birth to their daughter Kiana at the young age of 18. With more responsibilities, he knew he needed to find a way to provide for his family. Donell continued to sing with Porsche until they finally caught a break in 1993. They traveled to the Black Radio exclusive in Washington, D.C., but the event was poorly attended. Donell and the group took matters into their own hands and began singing for the people coming in and out of the venue. This caught the attention of Eddie Farrell, a former member of Heavy D and the Boys, who signed them to his new label, Untouchables Entertainment, in partnership with LaFace Records. The group moved into Eddie's home in New Jersey, where they spent their time partying and mingling with celebrities. Despite this, Donell spent most of his time in the recording studio, honing his craft. The group recorded one song, Make You Feel Real Good, before ultimately disbanding and returning to Chicago. Donell's life took a dramatic turn when Eddie contacted him and asked him to write songs for him. Donell was flown out and performed in front of Eddie and L.A. Reid, a well-known music executive, resulting in him being quickly signed to LaFace Records. Donell's writing talent was soon demonstrated when he collaborated with Faith Evans and Usher to produce Usher's hit song, Think of You. But Donell's abilities extended beyond just writing, as he also provided assistance with the vocal arrangements on Madonna's 1994 album Bedtime Stories. Eventually, LaFace Records decided that it was time for Donell to produce his own solo album, My Heart, which reached number 30 on the Billboard R&B Hip Hop Albums chart, partly thanks to his cover of Stevie Wonder's Knocks Me Off My Feet. After the birth of his third daughter with Kashina, Donell's fame took him to a new level. Every night involved drinking and the presence of different girls. Although he still loved Kashina, his new life and experiences were too appealing. This internal struggle provided the perfect inspiration for his next project. Donell began writing and producing his second album in his basement studio, where he recorded for 13 to 14 hours every day. The platinum-selling album Where I Wanna Be was released in 1999. The title track was inspired by his relationship with Kashina, and it included other popular tracks such as Have You Seen Her, Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me, and You Know What's Up, featuring Lisa Left Eye Lopez. The latter song spent 8 weeks on the Billboard charts, and Donell won an American Music Award for Best New R&B Artist. In under 60 days of the album release, things took a bad turn. Donell was riding in a limousine with two friends and reportedly asked the driver to take them to the Washington Heights neighborhood of Manhattan to buy drugs. When the driver declined, Donell and his friends allegedly used force against the man and took over the vehicle. Donell was charged with several misdemeanors, including weapon possession and harassment. He was additionally directed to stay at least 200 yards away from the limo driver. Despite his legal troubles, Donell's career was still flourishing, and he was making a lot of money. In 2000, he and Kashina relocated their family to Atlanta, where she gave birth to their fourth daughter. However, Kashina discovered that Donell was seeing someone else on the side. She was willing to stay with him, but only if he ended the other relationship. When he refused, Kashina left him and returned to Chicago with their children, while Donell stayed in Atlanta with his new girlfriend. But unfortunately for Donell, that relationship didn't last either. Things got worse for Donell when L.A. Reid was appointed chairman and CEO of Arista Records. LaFace Records dissolved. Donell subsequently moved to Arista in 2001 to work on his new album. He released Life Goes On in 2002, which went gold, and its title track and You Know That I Love You became hits. However, the label reportedly ceased promoting the album as they were dissatisfied with its performance, and there were no other hits on the album. In 2003, Arista merged with Jive Records, which already had highly successful male artists such as Joe and Justin Timberlake. Donell worried about how he would be able to stand out among them. Moreover, the label hired all the producers without his approval, and Donell felt they were eating into his budget and trying to undermine his career, even though he had producer credits on his first 3 albums. Donell's creative disagreements with Arista Records caused him to increase his alcohol consumption. In an interview with Solio, he admitted to drinking at least a 12-pack of beer and some Grey Goose every day, and he became an angry drunk who would swear at people and start fights. Even when attending an award show or relaxing at home, he was always under the influence. During a visit with his family in 2004, he drove them to a birthday party while drunk, got pulled over, and was arrested for driving under the influence. This incident prompted him to enter rehab to overcome his addiction. After cleaning up his act, Donell recorded the album Journey of a Gemini in 2006 as an apology to his family for his years of substance abuse and bad behavior, which his children described as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Although the album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard R&B chart, sales began to decline, and the label refused to produce any more music videos for the album. The album's promotion came to a halt, and Donell believed it was because of his outspoken disdain for Arista Records. Frustrated with his dwindling career, he turned back to drinking and partying. In 2008, Donell was released from Arista after putting out a compilation of his greatest hits. This event had a profound effect on him, leading him into a state of severe depression. Despite his family's urging, he refused to seek help for his addiction, choosing instead to drink heavily. However, one night after consuming a large amount of vodka, he prayed for help to overcome his addiction. It appears as though he experienced divine intervention, as the following morning he woke up and called his mother, agreeing to seek treatment. He has remained sober ever since. Good on him! In 2009, Donell dropped a compilation of previously unreleased tracks before securing a contract with the independent label E1 Music. He made a comeback with the albums Lyric in 2010 and Forever in 2013, which featured a tribute to the King of Pop. Forever achieved a number 3 spot on the R&B charts, signaling Donell's triumphant return to the top of his game in more ways than one. In 2014, he and his girlfriend Jazz got married after dating for 8 years, and in 2016, she gave birth to his 6th child, a baby boy. Donell's music has evolved, and he has grown as a person. He has quit drinking and has managed to kick his nicotine addiction after over 3 decades. He is now a grandfather and told VH1 that he feels confident enough to step out without a hat, no longer self-conscious about his bald head. Donell has also formed his own record label called Candyman Music, which has allowed him to work with other artists. He co-wrote 23, a 2018 hit song by Jacquees, and teamed up with John B. in 2019 for the hit song Understand. Donell's passion for music remains unchanged, and he is most authentic when writing about his personal experiences. It's certain that his timeless ballads, exceptional songwriting abilities, and velvety R&B voice will continue to resonate with music lovers for many years to come. Thank you for joining us as we explored the life of Donell Jones, from his early life struggles and battle with substance abuse to his rise to fame and rehabilitation. Despite his rough start, Donell was able to overcome adversity and make a name for himself in the music industry, leaving a lasting impact on R&B. Throughout his music, Donell shared his personal experiences and emotions with his fans, allowing them to connect with him on a deeper level. We hope you enjoyed this video and gained a new appreciation for this talented artist. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more to enjoy in-depth stories about other legendary artists.